What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're coming back to Gloryhammer. Yes, indeed. Gloryhammer Fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from PCG98, and PCG98 wanted to see me react to this song by Gloryhammer called Gloryhammer.
You're putting me on.
Kind of like Motorhead performing the song Motorhead, you know, just in case. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Vaughan TV, okay? And the video has 35,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Gloryhammer. Gloryhammer. Which one's the title? Which one's the song? I don't know. They're interchangeable. Live at Vaughan Open Air 2019. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Glory, power, let me awaken for the eternal glory of the night.
Look more metal than unicorns. Especially pink unicorns. Very metal.
Galaxies swarming behind me. Nebulous flying ahead. This can only mean that I have arrived into space. Oh yeah. I found an astral fire burning. It's burning up inside of me. Then burns for the steel. My steel. Flying high up the space to charge my laser power. Going special with the force of solar fusion.
Like that little pause there. That was nice.
Waits my steel will blow you away. Fighting back about every day. Glory, power. Will they say that is true? Glory, power. Since 1992. Glory, power. I'm king of darkness, but there's still glory, power.
Okay. Chordally, the song is really not that difficult. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty easy chordal progression to follow. Having said that, though, it's easy to follow, which makes it easy for the crowd to, 1, identify, 2, follow along with, C, sing along with. So I got no problem with that whatsoever. It might be a simple song, but it's got great energy. It's got great drive. It sounds like the crowd recognizes it, and that's usually the case when you have a band that writes a song that is titled after the name of the band. You have a tendency to know that song if you're a fan of the band. So, what is more metal than Pink Unicorns, you ask? My answer, nothing. The look of the guys on stage, very conducive to each other. There's definitely a theme there. I know these guys are a power metal band, so they're following the format. They're definitely following the formula of swords and sorcery and stuff. And look, I know that's what not all power metal, but I know that's what a lot of power metal is all about. And I got nothing wrong with that. If that's what people are into, that's what they're into, and that's what people enjoy, then they enjoy it. And there's definitely a market. So I got no problem with it. Everybody in the crowd seems to be enjoying it, so I got no issue. Vocally, it sounds good. Guitars sound really good. I like the subdivision work with the guitars and bass. Dun dun diddle it diddle it diddle it dun 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 diddle it diddle it. You know, you got the combination of 8ths and 16ths, and there's a definite pattern. It feels really good, and it's tight. There's no bleed over. There's no miscues. Everybody's right together, so it sounds really good. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
My hammer will not surrender. It fights until I'm to die. No time has come to read its power once more. Silent of new dimension. Some power and glory. For all that is real. Fly high in the space to wheel by thunder, striking wizard, rusher.
I like that pause. I really like that pause. I'm glad that's a regular thing.
Race past steel will blow you away. Fighting mega belt every day. Glory, power. Will it see that is true? Glory, power. Since 1992. Glory, power. For the king of destiny, my destiny. Glory, power. Fought by ancient gods of warfare. Brought the faces from the sun. Lost of desert, lost of fire. This time for battle. Every knee will bow before me. Every goblin king will fall. Now the time has come to ring and fall once more.
Oh, sounds like we got a guitar solo. Let me back up a little bit. I don't have to pause in the middle of it. Vocally, he's got a nice range. He definitely has a nice range. When he gets up into the upper notes, it does sound a little pinched. Now, he could be doing that for effect. That could very well be the case. The reason I'm suggesting that, and I'm actually kind of leaning toward that he's doing it for effect, it's consistent. Like every single time he gets up to certain notes, it gets a little more and a little more and a little more. Now, it's uniform. Like every single time it gets there. So then again, maybe it's because he's struggling to get those notes. I mean, or it gets a little more difficult. I don't think it's a struggle, but I think it gets a little more challenging, and as a result, he pinches a little bit. Maybe that's the case. Actually, now that I think about it, because it is consistent every single time, maybe that is the case. Huh. I mean, it doesn't, here's the thing. It does sound pinched, yes, but it doesn't sound bad. Like, it doesn't sound so pinched to the point that it gets thin. It's still powerful. It's still projecting. So, I don't know. Maybe if I hear him go higher, maybe it'll get even more pinched, and maybe then it'll start to thin out. But as it stands right now, it's fine. I couldn't help but notice it. Because it is a little worrisome. I hope he doesn't destroy his vocal cords and get polyps. I really don't. I hope he's able to take care of his voice. But when he does, with his vocals, though, it does sound good. I mean, it is powerful. It is projective. He's got great vowel formation and great diction to boot. So, yeah, I mean, I dig his vocals to an extent. I just really hope he takes care of his vocals. I don't want to see him have his career cut short. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep going here. Let's see about this guitar solo. Taking a page of the Quartz book. Very good. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Look at all those inflatable swords. And I wonder how much they paid for those. Man. The merch booths are having a field day. Oh my God. How much did they pay for those swords? $10 each? Maybe more? My God. Fun times. Gotta love festivals. Anyway. Let's just finish this out. Yikes. Oh no! No, you don't. No. You do not get free advertising, Vakken. You guys always give me problems, so you don't get anything from me. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was great, but it wasn't bad. There were some good things happening. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Gloryhammer with Gloryhammer. There it is. That's right. It's the song and the band so nice they named it twice. This was a request from PCG98. Okay, I thought about it, and it's kind of an unfortunate thing. The more I thought about it, the more the score went down and down and down. I was up in the mid-8s. I was up in the mid-8s, and I thought about things, and unfortunately, the score started to come down a little bit. So, but the good news is we're still in the 8s, okay? It's just not up where it was originally. Anyway, let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, the song as a whole, comparatively to my first reaction to Gloryhammer. I think the first song was more impressive than this song was. This song felt very, very simple to me. A very easy song to play, a very easy song to follow along with, which is a good thing, especially for the sake of live play. Like a festival setting, like we saw, where you're going to play the song and it's going to be one of those songs that the entire crowd knows. And if the crowd doesn't know it, like let's say you're in a festival, you're playing to a crowd who may or may not be there to see you. You know, if you look at your typical festival crowd, most of the people in the crowd are going to be there to see the headliners, right? Now, any other band that happens to be on the same stage as the headliners, that's just icing on the cake. You know what I mean? But let's be honest. Who are they really there to see? They're there to see the headlining band. Most of them. Now, there's going to be those few people in the crowd who are there to see their favorite band, whether it's the headliners or not. But they're really there to see their favorite band. And in that case, the headliners are just the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? It's give and take, but majority of the people in the crowd are there to see the headliners. I think we can all agree with that, right? But when the other acts, the supporting acts are out there playing, there is the opportunity for those opening acts to steal some of those fans that are there for the headliners and make them fans of their band. You know what I mean? But that's up to the band to do so. How do you do it? One of the ways that you can do it is by writing a song like this, where the people in the crowd may or may not know the song. They may or may not know your band, but you play a song like this, simple, easy to follow, memorable, catchy, hooky, and with a vocal line, in this case, the name of the band and the name of the song, both, that are easy to sing along with and easy to remember. Very easy to interact with. So you may not know the song when the song starts, but by the end of the song, if you got those people who have never heard of you before, you got those people singing along, you got them. You got them. You got a really good chance now to close the deal and make them fans. You got that one song. Hopefully you have another one to follow up, one or two to follow with that are along the same vein, or maybe a little more complex, but still just as catchy, still just as memorable. But I could see this being the type of song that you could actually start the show with. And right from the beginning, right from the get-go, make that statement of, we are Gloryhammer, and this is our song, Gloryhammer. Well, you got the name of the band, the name of the song, both mean the exact same thing, and that's going to, no pun intended, that's going to hammer it home in the minds of all those people who may or may not know who you are. So that's a very smart strategy. As far as whether or not this was the first song in the set, I don't know. Something tells me it wasn't. Something tells me this is actually kind of maybe towards the end of the set. Now, is that a smart move? It can be. It depends on how you want to structure and how you want to strategize your set list. Do you want to start with a bang, or do you want to leave them with something they're never going to forget? You know what I mean? So this song could go at the beginning. It could go at the end too. It really depends on what your end game strategy is. And I'm not saying either one is better than the other. That's up to the band. That's really up to them. As far as the song itself goes, like I said, it's a fairly easy song to follow along with from a chordal progression standpoint. Really easy to follow along with. I did like the modulation at the end when they went up a full step. That was nice. Didn't see that coming, but when it hit, I was like, okay, that was really good. That was really good. When they were doing their pre-chorus, I like that little pause they put in. They put in that little one beat pause, so they actually came in on two instead of coming in on one. They took that rest on one, came in on two. I thought that was really good. I thought that was very attention-getting.
That's an attention getter.
Really kind of breaks up the monotony of the song in a way. So that was a good thing. Very smart strategy. The drumming on this sounded really good. Very basic, very simple. kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. I mean, it literally was that for the majority of the song. Kick on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4. It really doesn't get much easier than that. But it's a smart move. Again, going back to a song, is it a simple song? Absolutely. And when you're doing a simple song that you want to make simple intentionally for the purpose of being recognizable, being relatable, and having the type of a impact on everybody that it could possibly have, a simple drum pattern like that can be very, very effective. And it has a lot of places it could go as far as fills and setups and stuff like that. It doesn't get, it's going to be really hard to trip over those fills and setups when you have a very simple drum pattern like that. The bass playing, I could hear it. I could hear it. I had to search for it a little bit, but I did find it. The keyboard was nice, sounded really good, filled out. The guitar playing was really nice as well. That rhythmic pattern that they had going between the three of them, mostly in the bass and the guitar, that subdivision pattern that they had going on with the 8ths and the 16ths felt really good. Again, not terribly complex, but enough complexity to get your attention for sure, you know, but at the same time, not so complex that you lost everybody. It was recognizable, it's relatable, and you can definitely get into that type of a groove being established by guitar and bass. Vocally, okay, I think the vocalist did a great job. I do. I think what he did sounded just fine. Couldn't help but notice that when he would get up into the upper notes, it did start to get a little pinched. But here's the thing, and this is, now I'm really kind of questioning whether it's because he's, you know, straining, because when they modulated up and he went up, it didn't get any more strained. It got pinched, but it didn't get any more pinched. Like the pinch level didn't increase simply because they went up. Now, here's the thing, if it's a straining issue, because it gets harder and harder to hit the higher notes, you would pinch more and more and more. You're not supposed to, but that's what a lot of people do. I didn't hear an increase in the pinch level at all. And so now I'm really beginning to wonder if it's because he's doing it on purpose. And I'm starting to think it was on purpose, like he's intentionally getting that pinch sound. Because I didn't hear an increase in strain at all when they went up a full step. Now, I know a full step isn't that big of a jump, but it's still an increase. It's still a jump. So I don't know. I don't know at this point. Maybe it's because he's, you know, straining. Maybe it's because he's doing it on purpose. I'm not 100% sure. Jury's out on that one. But in either case, it didn't sound bad. It didn't sound bad. It actually kind of fit the context of the song. As far as the live show goes, it was good. Like, the lead vocalist moved around the stage quite a bit. A lot of great crowd interaction from him. Stage interaction, we saw some, not a lot, but we saw enough to qualify. Stage presence was there, stage energy was there, showmanship was there. Having that actor come out with that gigantic hammer, yeah. I wonder where they got that idea from. Core. Core. Yeah. Anyway, no, but it looked good, and it's a prop, you know, just used to help enhance the show. Nothing wrong with that. We also learned that there is absolutely nothing more metal than pink unicorns at a festival in the audience. That's great to see. And if you don't believe that, come at me. Feel free to. But yeah, nothing is more metal than pink unicorns at a festival show. And then those inflatable swords in the crowd. You know, the merch guys are making a mint over there, selling those pieces of inflated rubbery plastic for $10 to $15 a piece. Good on them. Hey, you know what? Make that money. Absolutely. Why not? Why not? Look, if people are going to buy it, why not sell it, you know? But no, overall, I think the song and the live performance combined to get a score of 8.1. So, yeah, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So, 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.